Title of this video, types of kids in British schools. I'm British, if you guys didn't know. So it's going to be very interesting to watch and maybe interesting for the people watching.
The United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, a country enriched with natural beauty, history, food, entertainment, music, and most importantly,
I think like the UK actually created like 90% of the shit in the world at this point. That's what it feels like. I found out the other day that Australian accents originate from East London. The more you know.
Education. I have to say, there's nothing like the UK school system. It provides the best of the best. Tell me which country provides delicious delicacies like this for free if you're eligible for it.
Great pasta pots, bro. I was running pasta pots. Pasta pots were fucking tough though. Don't ever disrespect pasta pots, bro. I was on medication at this time though, so I just didn't really eat anything.
Facilities and environments to strive for your academics, and my favorite part, the students involved that make high school a memorable
the students were the worst.
Nah, I'm kidding. British high schools are trash because of the people that inhabit it. Like seriously, when you attend a British school, there are certain types of students.
It does feel like the minute you walk into a British school that your head gets hit with a hammer just like that, minion. Like, it genuinely feels like a sort of lobotomy.
Students that will make you question why you're here in the first place. There's always that one guy that acts like a roadman or chav in a British secondary school. And if you don't know what a roadman or chav is, a roadman is someone who's active in that.
A roadman is someone who thinks they're the shit, and they might be the shit sometimes. In very few cases, but mainly the fact that they think that they're like fucking tough as shit. They wear balaclavas, and they look exactly like this hoodlum individual here.
Street life is synonymous with a thug. They typically wear balaclavas.
I say that, yeah, I'll never step foot in Brixton. I'm too scared.
And have about 3 layers of coats on at all times, even during the summer. They wear night shoes, and they always put their hands in their trousers to scare.
I mean, I have a puffer jacket. I have a Zavetti Canada jacket, and people will think I'm a roadman. I'm not. I just like the big coat that keeps me warm. It's a puffer coat that keeps me warm, right? And then they're the same people that be sitting there saying, "Oh, I'm cold." Get the fucking puffer coat then.
People into thinking that they got something on them. These roadmen only wear balaclavas to hide the fact that they are ugly as hell, and they claim it to just be for no face.
Is that Daniel Larson? Oh lord. They always have their hand down the trousers to make it look like they've got a shank. 60% of the time. No, I'm gonna give it a nice 70% of the time they're probably just touching their penis.
No case. And the chav. The word chav comes from the Geordie word chava, meaning a young person who wears tracksuits while hanging around in street corners acting hard. These guys are school menaces. They are most likely to arrive extremely late to school, disrespect the teachers, never do assignments, and pick fights with other students for whatever reason, which ultimately gets them countless amounts of detentions and isolations. But detention doesn't stop them from fooling around.
Side rant for you guys. I had isolation so much in year 7 and 8. It was actually unreal. Like, if any job was to look, or anything was to look on my permanent record, like, way too much was in isolation. Luckily, I sorted myself out. That'd be fine. But still, it was bad. Very bad.
So the teachers have to suspend them from school as a result. The teachers are...
That I never got. I never got suspended, surprisingly.
Hoping that the suspension will somehow change their behavior, but nah, that's not how it works. What they fail to realize is that these students were plotting and scheming on how they'll bring more savagery as they're aiming for that exclusion. And of course...
Oh, what was the worst thing someone ever did in my school? Someone pulled the fire alarm. That was pretty much a menace. Like, that's all I can think about. Oh no, the fights, bro. If there was a fight, the playground would surround. Actually unreal.
They achieve that goal without fail. They get excluded from school, so they have to finish secondary school in a pupil referral unit, also known as PRU. In the UK, a pupil referral unit is an alternate education setting designed for students who cannot succeed in a regular school environment. In other words,
so they're outcasts. They're outcasts of the society, so they send them there.
is a sanctuary for these roadmen and chav wannabes that want to act hard in secondary school. And knowing these types of kids, Peru ain't gonna knock some sense into them. So it results to the unfortunate reality that their highest level of education is secondary school. No GCSE, no A levels, just straight failure. You got that one kid in class that's always asking for something, like a spare pen or anything from your pencil case.
Not me.
Hey bro, I beg you bust me a spare pen. I forgot at home.
Well, is that my problem, nigga? I don't know why, but it's always the same people that are asking for stuff in the classroom all the time. Broski, you know in that damn big head of yours that you go to school from Monday to Friday, yet you can't invest.
Did you ever encounter a roadman? That's a great question. Yes.
A bloody pen that costs £1.99 from Amazon. I can see your parents can afford it since they're able to afford the school uniform and shoes you're wearing right now. So why are you asking?
That's one thing, bro. The uniform prices are mental. I might as well just homeschool my child. It'd actually be cheaper. Just on the bloody the equipment, everything I need to know, everything, all the books, all of that. It would be cheaper than buying the uniforms. Unreal pricing.
For a pen. What's your goal here? To collect people's pens like Pokemon cards?
Imagine having to pay for your uniform. Yeah, we had to pay for like the main stuff. Like, obviously, except from shirt, trousers, where you could just buy like Asda and stuff. You would have to buy like blazers and ties. And sometimes people pay a bit extra for shoes. I don't really give a fuck on the shoes. I would play as long as I could play basketball half decently. As long as I could play football, I didn't really care. We don't have uniforms. Shut up.
The worst part is that they ask for money for lunch or they ask for £1 to buy themselves a drink after school. £1?
Oh, I
ain't got £1. What am I, the Bank of England? And don't forget the phrase, I'll pay you back tomorrow, mum's life. Yeah, then your mum's
Nah, you'll never see that money back. What did we have? We had a top-up machine thing, but I used to get free school because I love my life. And I used to get like £4.20 a day. It's actually pretty alright, to be fair. Could get me a meal deal. And then, or if not, just get me... I used to have flapjacks. The flapjacks my old school had were legendary. I won't even lie.
Clearly don't love your mother since you're capping. Any of you that have a dude borrow money from you and they never paid you back, charge interest from now on. Honestly, if I had £1 for every...
No, I can't do that. I can't do that because I ask my mates for money quite often. No, I won't lie.
Every time a kid in school asks me for £1, I'd be rich enough to hire him.
Okay.
Stop
Sometimes they just buy me a drink out of the kindness of their heart. But yeah.
asking me for money. I ain't your loan provider, so go to Monzo for that service or something.
Monzo.
Kids. There's always that weird kid in
Damn,
every
I
school.
feel attacked.
Like, this ain't even a British exclusive thing. There's always going to be a weird kid in every school, no matter the country. It's universal at this point. But the weird kids in British schools are a little more, how should I put this? More peculiar. No one in school really spoke to these types of students, and it didn't really bother them, to be fair.
I mean, I know what kind of group that is. I don't think I really I didn't really have a choice. It was either me be alone for the rest of my school year or kind of hang out with people that were nice to me, but they were fucking weird. So I just tanked like 4 years of my life with them before I moved, and then I actually got like a decent friend group, and I was happy with my life. But that friend group I used to hang around with, except from one person in there that was a fucking legend, and I'll stand by. I don't even think he classed really as one. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you.
Just kept to themselves. They spoke in a very unique way, I would say. I would describe it as slow and overly posh, like, oh my god, this is a rather marvelous fact about the world type of talking. No one really cared to talk to them. They were just doing their own thing. How about that one Somali? You cannot tell me that most British schools doesn't have that one Somali who was the class clown. Or maybe this is just a
Oh my god, we did. Oh, he was so funny. He was so funny. I think actually, I can't really say names, but I know who it is, and he was funny as shit.
School thing, you know, I'm from London, so I am moving like an
if
American,
anyone's watching
thinking that London
who went to my school, you know who it is.
But come on, man, you're telling me that you haven't got that one Somali that was the funniest bloke in the whole school? They're always messing around with their teachers in class, and their favorite word they abuse is wallahi. Wallahi, I didn't throw that paper, sir. Wallahi, I didn't do anything.
No, that's the one guy I'm thinking about.
They always say, "Wallah, he's so funny, man."
So
Everything they
he
do
was
is
really funny.
Even the way they play football, the way they play football is so goofy. Like they're always doing unnecessary skills that achieve nothing, just foolishness and buffoonery on the ball. Like if you don't pass the ball with your fat ass. And if you're on the topic about football, every British school has a world-class talented baller. I remember in my school there was this.
That's a freeze frame. We had someone I went to school with in secondary. He's actually playing for like a actual football team now. So fair play to him. You can't really hate on him. He done the most in football PE. He did become a football player. So can I hate him?
Cold baller that was so good. His skills were actually useful, unlike those Marleys that did weird things with the ball. I made a video talking about these specific types of students in my Kids Who Peaked in High School video. Essentially, to summarize, there was this guy at my school and he was just second to none when it comes to football. He was too good. He played for the school football team and he basically carried the whole team to win league championships.
We had quite a few really good football players in my secondary school. I think only one of them made it into professional football.
My man, little Ronaldinho,
who still was amazing.
He ascended school football and played for Chelsea Academy. However, as soon as he joined, he got cocky and didn't take it seriously. His ego got the best of him. He unfortunately kept this behavior up until he got kicked out by the Chelsea Academy officials. I explained the story in more detail in that video, but the point is, there's always that talented baller in every British school, and they normally pull all the lengthings as well. Speaking of girls, every British school has that one ratchet girl. You know what I'm talking about. The loud, excessive makeup, long nails, bad attitude, chav of girls that go around always saying, "What are you looking at, mate?" They are also bots that give slops to all the men in the school toilet. They fight other girls over one man. It's always...
There was a girl in my secondary school, I shit you not. She could have gone toe-to-toe with Mike Tyson and actually, like, would have had a chance. She was unreal.
Them chewing gum in the most dramatic way in class. Look at the way they chew that joint as if they're having a spasm or something. They are basically the female chavs. And on the other side of the spectrum,
you call them chavs,
fighting for her life just to receive an ounce of male validation. Like, sis, nobody cares. Actually, wait, that was a lie. There's going to be a certain dude that picks her no matter what. Hell, he tries to pick up most of the girls in school, but fails every single time. He's the type to do that guy. This and see.
We had that guy.
Is in your room in bed. It's called a pillow. That's where your hug is at, nigga. This guy's always chasing for a lick of poon. Like, the desperation gives me the ick. And I'm not even a girl.
You gotta respect it, though. It's a man on a mission.
Shooting, but they miss every shot miserably. It's 100% airball rate and no shots on target. At this point, referee, I beg you give...
Hi. Talking about me.
The bunker. The bunker is the student who barely shows up to school. This student's punctuation is lower than KSI's hairline. Okay, let me start with the KSI jokes before he crashes out and elbows me in a boxing match or something. But the rare cases where this person shows up to school, then they are probably hanging out in the toilet doing God knows what. And that's pretty much the type...
See, we had one of those, but he had like a pass to just leave lesson if he was feeling angry. And he just used it every fucking lesson until the end of the lesson. Is there a point of you being in school? Go. Please. Just go. But anyway, that was a great video. Absolutely phenomenal.